What is going on YouTube? Alex here with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about my A20 Bose headsets. But before we get into that, I want to congratulate one of our subscribers, the Uncontainable, for passing his aircraft mechanic orals and practicals. If you recently passed one of your check rides or any of your orals and practicals for your aircraft mechanic certificate, comment below. That way I can feature you in my channel. This channel is for you guys, so I want to make sure that everyone stays engaged. Also, if you want specific type of videos, always comment below. I'm always going to try to make content around what you guys want and not what I want, of course. All right, so let's get right into it. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because I want to give you guys some tips, maybe some advice before you end up purchasing a headset. Actually, the A320 was a gift from my mom. She actually bought them for me when I passed my instrument check ride, and man, that was such a great day. I remember in the morning I took my check ride and went home, and my mom surprised me with these headsets. Man, I was so freaking happy. I always wanted them. They're super expensive. At that time, I think they were like $1,200. So there's no way I could afford it. So man, I was the happiest person on earth. And on top of that, I used to be a server at that time, and I used to work at Outback. I was serving this couple, and the gentleman actually gave me $100 tip. So that was like an amazing day. But yeah, that's a little bit of background story on how I got a hold of these. Let me get to it.
Okay, bye.
Bye. But regardless of my amazing day, I did want to go over these headsets, give you some tips, some advice, so that way you can make a decision on what headset you're going to end up purchasing. Also, towards the end, I'm going to cover how to replace the cable. I read a bunch of reviews online, and a lot of people use these headsets for a very long time and don't end up having any problems. There's a couple things that I found. If you're a flight instructor, I definitely would recommend doing this. So what I did with my headset is I put like this, it's like almost like a little sock that you put over the headsets, and I have it in both sides, as you can see. And what ended up happening is that I was flying so much. I mean, I was like doing, here's the little sock. I was like doing, 5 hours a day or something like that, flying nonstop. And eventually this ended up wearing, okay? And there's like some sort of like foam inside, and that foam started absorbing my sweat. So you could smell the sweat. So I was like, I have to go and replace these. Actually, it cost me like, I think it was $70 just to replace these, but that was my mistake. I went to the local pilot shop and I bought them from there. But if you go on the website, they're like $20-something. Wasn't very happy about that. I get it. I mean, I'm wearing them all the time, so it's gonna happen. Okay, but that was my first spends on the headsets. So yeah, definitely recommend that you buy one of these socks. I think they're like 20 bucks. Recently, and this is what really bugged me about the A20, don't get me wrong, great headset, I recommend it, but I want you to be aware of different things that could go, I guess, wrong with them. The cable, see that? Yeah. So I have, let me zoom it in a little bit more. So that's like, I guess it's from using it so much, starts splitting. Look at that. I think, there you go. I just want to make sure I can zoom it in. It actually split in 3 different places, to the point that I was having a hard time listening to my students ATC. So I'm like, okay, I had to replace this. So I go online and start looking for one. And I found one in the Bose website, and it was like $200. Not happy about, and I bought the cheaper one because you can buy the cable that doesn't have the Bluetooth capabilities. That's the one I bought because I didn't want to spend $300 for the one with the Bluetooth. I was like, man, really? I already spent like almost $300. After spending that much money, I wish it was a little bit different, right? They were great, they're amazing. But I feel like if I was going to buy another headset in the future, I would probably go with the Zulu, the Lightspeed Zulu headset. The reason why I say that is because the cable has Kevlar. So that avoids, like, let's say you get in the airplane and you shut the door down, and for whatever reason your cable was just hanging and it catches it. Well, that could do, that could damage the cable. So with the Kevlar, you prevent that. Just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys. That way you have something in mind. Both headsets are great, but in my opinion, if I was going to buy a new one, I would probably go with the Lightspeed Zulu. Another recommendation, if you end up buying, it doesn't matter whether it's Bose or Lightspeed, is if you're not a flight instructor or you're not a pro pilot and you're not flying as much, make sure that you take the batteries off, because that could also, you can have like leaking batteries, and that could damage this box right here. So if that happens, you gotta buy a new cable. So be prepared to ditch, $200 to $300 if that happens. So with that being said, let's get right into replacing this expensive cable. All right, so all you're gonna need is a small head screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver. And here's my box. Let's open it up. Here it is. It's actually super simple to replace it. In the beginning, I'm thinking, man, I'm gonna have to do like soldering and do a whole bunch of stuff, and it's so simple. I mean, we gotta give that to Bose. They made the process pretty simple if you needed to replace the cable. So big props for them. Awesome. Bring some batteries. That's good. You guys probably know how annoying it is to be in the middle of the flight and all of a sudden the battery goes out. So that's good. All you gotta do is, so here's where the mic is. Let me show it. You're just going to take the screws in here. So let's do that. So there it is. Came right off. There it is out. So we can throw this away. And we're gonna install the new one. Also, if you, this one is on the, what is this? Oh, okay, so my mic is on the left side. If you wanted to change it to the right side, you can actually, you see those screws right there? You can take those out and take this cover, put it here, and install the mic and the cable in there if you wanted to do that. Let's do it. So we just put it in. Boom. And, oh, no, that's no bueno. Make sure we tighten it up. And you don't want to go too tight with it. You don't want to strip it. At the end of the day, it's plastic, so, don't go too hard on it. All right, looks good. Let me try it on. All right, I like it. Huh, interesting. Also, ooh. Huh. That's very interesting. Actually, the cable seems stronger. Maybe it's because it's new. I'm not sure. All right. Well, that's it. That's how you replace the mic and the cable in your A20 Bose headsets. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I hope that the advice that I gave you will help you decide which headset you want to go with. Obviously, there's more options. I mean, you have the Lightspeed, you have the Bose, you have the David Clark. I like, either the Lightspeed or the Bose headsets. I also have a David Clark. It almost seems like those are like the heavy duty. They never, I mean, you can use them for years and years and years, but they're not as comfortable because they just, they're like insulated and it kind of presses on your head. So I noticed that a lot of times when I had to do like long flights, I would end up with a headache. And if you want to see a specific type of video, feel free to comment below. I always read all my comments and I try to reply to as many as possible. So I will see you guys in the next one.